Hi scrappy friends, welcome to my channel. I am working on a layout for SpiegelMom Scraps and I am starting off by using some mixed media. I did not add any gesso to this, so it's just modeling paste, and I mixed some shimmers in that. I'm using licorice stick, so it is a black, and I really just wanted a gray, and so I wanted it to be an ombre effect, so it's darker up at the top and then it goes lighter, as you can see. I like to mix my shimmer, the Dazzlers, with modeling paste if I know I want something really thick. And I feel like it dries a little bit quicker. So I let it dry a little bit, and then I took my silhouette and I cut out one of the files that was from January, that Laura Rumble. So she is one of the on the design team for SpiegelMom Scraps as well. And so now I'm just pulling these off of my mat and putting them on. So I started off doing it this way, and I thought I would share this with you because I don't do this very often, use the negative for the layout or for the cut file, right? And so a piece like this is really difficult because there's a lot of pieces, and obviously if you don't get it mostly right, the shape of it gets really distorted. So as you've seen, I started off just putting it on without using the main part of the cut file, and it wasn't working. So then I decided that I would use the cut file on my page and then put those pieces, the negative pieces, back in. So that's what you're seeing me do. I took it all off and then I'm re-putting it back on. I used glossy accents as my glue. I'm sure you could probably use any other kind of glue. Probably even like a matte media would have worked too, because it was on mixed media. I just wanted something that was gonna dry fairly quick, but that gave me enough time to be able to move it around a little bit. So, which is kind of why I used the glossy accents. And the glossy accents doesn't stick up your fingers like some of the other glues do. So as you can see, and I'm not going to share me doing the whole thing, but I am going to share me doing the first row and then the part of the second row. So I thought that it would be a good way to just kind of for you to see how I'm doing it. So I'm just, like I said, I put the cut file on my paper and then but really loosely so that I could get the pieces back in. There may be a better way to do this, but I couldn't think of another way, and I really wanted to try to make sure that I got it in pretty much the order that it was in. And so this is just the way I did it. It did take a while. I thought for a bit I might be a little bit crazy, but I really love the way that it turned out, and I almost wish that I could have just left it and then did another side of this and had my photos on the other side. That probably would have looked really cool too, so you could actually see most of the cut file. But yeah, so I am doing this on, I did it, the white paper is like 8.5 by 11 maybe, or 8 by 10, somewhere around there. And then I'm gonna cut this paper right here, and this is from one of my older click kits that I have. I took one of the papers, so I think it's Cuisinart is the company that is from. I believe they're, I want to say Canadian, but maybe not, because they have a lot of French stuff on their papers. But anyway, so I cut this down to 9 by 12. And I'm gonna stick that on there. I really like how the dark from that sky pattern paper just really looks with the mixed media. So, and then I'm just gonna add these clothespins. Now these are from the SpiegelMom Scraps store, though I don't know if she has any more. I should ask. I should have asked before I did the video, right? But I know that these are like the most amazing thing ever. I really love these little clothespins. They're super cute. And as you can see, I am using some foam just to lift that tag up just a smidge. And I did end up having to, a lot of the tape and foam that I'm going to use, because I'm going to use more, I ended up not using my tape gun because it was not sticking. So I've been having a problem with my ATG gun. I think it's because of the temperature of my room. I scrap in, I have a scrap room, but it's a closed-in porch. And so at night, I turn the power for the porch is with a light switch. And so it turns everything off. So basically at night, I don't have power in my room, which isn't usually too much of a problem because it stays warm enough during the day with a space heater that it's not too cold in my room. But I think that just with the fluctuation, and it has been getting a little bit colder this winter, I think that maybe that is just making it, or the tape rolls that I've gotten were old or something. I don't know. So it could be a whole bunch of problems if you have that problem. So as you can see, I just did my title. I did Dreams of, and then Hawaii. I used that Dear Lizzie thicker set that I really love. It's from Serendipity. I actually should probably go and get out. I have a little bit of that collection actually left over. Not much of it because I used a lot of it when it was out, but I could have used some of that actually for this layout probably if I had looked. So I'm also going to be backing my photos on. See, there I am playing around with my stupid thing because it kept getting stuck. Like it kept trying to wrap back up around. I don't know. Do any of you guys have problems? I've never had a problem just until lately. So maybe I dropped it too. That could have also be another thing. I could have dropped it a couple of times and that could have just messed up with the way that the reel works or something, the tension, or it could need to be cleaned. So I'm playing around with different ways that I can put my photos on and still see that negative for the cut file because it's amazing and it looks beautiful, right? So I love it. And and so yeah. So I'm kind of thinking about that as I'm putting this on. And I actually don't add that many layers behind my photo because I have that big or that busy pattern that is amazing. I really want that to be the focus and not so much stuff on my layout. Of course I have to add stuff because I can't not, but so I'm looking through the collection for Cute Girl because that's that paper that I used for the cut file was from that collection, and so I wanted similar colors. I thought about using that card there that says I believe in magic that has that same pattern. I thought about using it, but I thought it was going to be too big. And like, I thought about using that one with the houses too, because the pink kind of looks like snow, but I really did not want to cover up that much of the pattern. And so I kind of pick my stuff based on the fact that I want to be able to see as much as possible. Now, I put the snow photo up at the top, and I kind of wish I would have kept it on the side only because I think you could see more of the pattern from the cut file with it over on the other side, but I really liked the way that it looked hanging from that clip, the clothespin, and you know, with the tag there. So in the end I kept it there, and I mean I don't mind it. It looks fine, and I did print these photos off at 3x4 because I really wanted to be able to see the cut file. So I chose to use smaller photos. Plus, The beach photo, I may or may not have I might have scrapped this, or I know I've scrapped photos that were similar to that from that day already. So I'm not too worried about the fact that I'm using a smaller photo for that. And even the snow, I'll probably do another layout just talking about the snowstorm. So this past weekend, we had a really big snowstorm. And I say really big, as in we got about a foot. And where I live in Washington, it's right near the coast. And so really, for the most part, rain is in the norm in the wintertime. And so just the way the jet streams and everything works right around there, we just mostly get rain. And so a foot of snow around where here is very weird. And also for my kids, this is the most snow that they've ever seen. We've had a little bit of snow at the beginning of the winter, like in December and stuff, but this is like, so, but all this snow, so it snowed like for 24 hours, and all the snow made me think about sitting on the beach. How sad is that, right? I'm sitting here looking outside my scrap room, and it's gorgeous because it's snowing out. But I'm really thinking, man, I'd like to be on the beach right now with the warm sand, you know, in my toes, and the sun, you know, kissing my cheeks, and the smell and the breeze, and you know, so I'm ready for winter to be done, even as beautiful as it is. So I thought it would be kind of fun to share a picture from last February, and this February, and just like how the difference is that you see in a year. So, you know, I mean, just 1 year, our climate has completely changed. And so I know my husband loves it. You know, I like it here a lot. So I can put up with the snow, and the rain. But I definitely miss Hawaii, and I'm glad that we were able to experience it. So anyway, so now I'm just kind of looking for a few more pieces that I want to add as far as embellishments go. I really try to keep it simple. I've been really trying to just keep things simple just in general on my pages. I've been finding that I've been using a little bit less of product, but I do like to use stuff, so don't get me wrong here. I definitely think maybe I could have went less. But I love these puffy stickers, and I haven't really used that many of them, and the colors are so bright and vibrant, and it does match. So, okay, I use that flare badge. That's from Cuts to Love, and we used some of their stuff last month, and I still had a couple left that were like winter themed, so that's why I use that one, because I thought about using the ones. We're doing a collab this month from Accent Scrapbooking, and they have amazing flare badges. They're so pretty, and the colors would have worked really well, except for the fact that the sentiments on it didn't really work. And usually that doesn't bother me, but because of what the pictures were, I really wanted the sentiment to on the flare badge to match. So I did use the Burr It's Cold, and I stuck it down at the bottom of the photo just to be kind of cute. So here is my layout. I hope you guys check out the blog post that I wrote up at SpiegelMom Scraps that goes along with this. And I hope that you guys have a great weekend and week and are inspired to use the negative part of your cut file. I will make sure I have all the links below in the info box so that you can find out more information about this layout. And I will see you guys later this week. Bye!